Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter Walton and Hope Logan are now officially engaged and filled with joy. But could Carter be headed for heartache? We're going to bandy the chance that Hope might make a shocking decision to leave Carter at the balcony. The quick remission and reunion, along with the instant engagement between Carter and Hope, doesn't feel to me like the morning of a happily ever later. It feels often simulated, to be honest. Now, whether that's due to effects going wrong or poor jotting, who can say? Carter learned from Hope that he misinterpreted her words to Liam Spencer flashback. Carter believed Hope was expressing her love for him and her desire to be with Liam. That clearly sounds like what we heard Hope say, but also she claimed that her position was that Liam's brain cancer extremity made her not want to waste time down from Carter. She cares about her ex-husband but doesn't want to be with him romantically. Indeed, though Hope heard Carter and Daphne Rose and knew he'd kissed her, Carter assured Hope he'd remain pious and claimed it was pointless. He promised he'd no way look at another woman and would be there for Hope during Liam's tough time. Carter had just won Hope back and also, just 5 twinkles laterally, decided to propose. She had only just started to forgive him when he surprised her by revealing a ring. How did Carter have a diamond ring in a box? Right, also, was he formerly planning to propose to Hope? Or is this an old ring? Is it a reused ring? Was it Maya Avant's or Paris Buckingham's? It surely was Aunt Zoe Buckingham's. At first, Hope looked shocked and it sounded too early for her. She told Carter she demanded to be careful, and he realized she wasn't ready, making it feel like she'd decline. Carter managed to convert her, indeed, though it was tough. After a lot of stimulant, Hope ultimately agreed to Carter's offer. I believe Hope has passions for Carter, but her trust in him has been deeply affected. Also, the offer was unanticipated and came right after their reunion. Hope felt a bit doubtful, but eventually she accepted. It was unusual for her to agree to such a quick offer, whether it was from Carter, Thomas Forrester, or anyone differently, but that's the direction they're taking on BNB. Hope and Carter are extremely happy. They snappily went to the company, and Hope incontinently showcased the ring that Carter gave her at Forrester Creations. She participated the news of their engagement with Brooke Logan, Steffi Forrester, and Rich Forrester. Brooke is thrilled for them both. Hope's mama believes Carter is meant for Hope and will bring her joy. Steffi wishes to feel happy for Hope, and to some degree it seems she does, but Ridge and Steffi changed a regard when they heard the news. Ridge and Steffi both appear kindly anxious about Hope and Carter's reunion. Just that alone, not to mention the engagement, makes them uneasy because it was during their time together that they took the company from Steffi, Ridge, and Eric Forrester. To her credit, Steffi is authentically making in trouble for Hope's benefit, keeping her pledge to Liam about getting along with his other baby ma. Ridge is also being cordial, and he conceded that he wants Hope to be happy. Naturally, Ridge wants Carter to be happy too, since he's his stylish friend. So at this moment, everything is going well. We've to question how long this will last. Although Hope appears happy, it seems she felt pressured to agree. Maybe that was Aunt Carter's intention, but who can say? He's known for proposing multiple times without reaching the balcony. Considering what's happened at Carter's other would-be marriages, if Hope decides to leave Carter at the balcony, it would be a bit of air to accompany the marriage cutlet. Let's briefly bandy why Hope agreed to Carter's offer. Liam has constantly told her that he wants her to reunite with Carter. He was just explaining to Finn Finnegan the reason behind his asseveration. Since Liam is dying, he wants to ensure that each of his spouses has a good mate to help raise his daughters. Hope has been hearing this sentiment from Liam in her mind. Still, which was from Thomas Forrester, he left in wrathfulness and went abroad, if you recall the last time Hope rejected an offer. Thus, Hope might vacillate to lose Carter like she lost Thomas. Also, Carter would make a great stepdad to Beth Spencer. Still, the answer she wanted to give Carter wasn't yes. It sounded that he was putting pressure on her, along with the pressure from Liam and the impacts of saying no. That created a bit of pressure that was kindly intimidating for her. But just because she said yes doesn't mean Hope will eventually say I do. Not in the end. Originally, it looks like Liam will suffer the chemotherapy and radiation treatment. Bridget Forrester is returning soon and could be involved in Liam's care. Still, it'll surely affect Hope. She might come to terms with her passions for Liam and want to be with him now that he's not facing death if he gets better. The enterprises about Daphne might resurface. The issue with the nose may not be fully resolved, and Carter was relatively tempted. Incipiently, Deacon Sharp doesn't want Hope to be with Carter. If Liam survives, I believe Deacon will encourage her to return to her ex-husband. Besides, Carter no way ends up with the girl in the end. Indeed, Quinn, who returned for him, left him before everything was perfected. Hope might not actually marry Carter. They could plan the ideal marriage and Hope might reach the balcony, but the show could produce a karmic twist. They could have Liam intrude the form and ask Hope to pick him, mirroring what Carter did to Paris, leaving Carter agonized on his marriage day. However, it would break Carter's heart if Hope decides to leave on their special day. Anyhow, of when it happens ahead, during or after the marriage, it seems doubtful. Hope is committed to a long-term relationship with Carter. She may not go through with marrying him, maybe not breaking up with him out of malignancy, but it doesn't show signs of a happily ever later. At Carter's garret, Hope tells him it made sense that he misknew what she said to Liam. Carter no way would have considered a man his age dying. Hope fears what Beth will have to go through. Carter will be there for them both. Hope knows she can count on him. They sit and snuggle and Hope says it feels good to be back to this. Carter abominated betraying her. Hope recalls the kiss with Daphne. Carter laments how he handled effects and pledges Hope she'll no way feel that kind of pain again. No way. Hope missed the garret and wants to have a game night soon. Carter tells her to stay right there. Close your eyes. No peeking. When he returns, he kisses her impertinence and places a glass of wine in her hands. He's also lit the candles. Carter wants to give her an escape tonight. They both need a many hours to reconnect and suppose about their future. Cheers to us, he says before they each make a toast. In Forrester's design office, Daphne gets a textbook from Deuce that the spurt's being fueled and he'll be there to pick her up soon. She wonders if leaving is the right thing to do. Steffi walks by and is stupefied to realize her friend is leaving. Daphne says it's because Hope is back at Forrester. Your decision. She feels fully blindsided. Steffi's no way seen Daphne like this. Daphne aloud. They were musketeers. How could she bring Hope back without telling her? Steffi knows he developed passions for Carter. This is further about Carter than Hope. Daphne cries that she fell for him. She actually allowed. They could make a life together. Now he's gone back to Hope. Steffi and Daphne bandy Hope and Carter being back together. Daphne aloud. They were done for good, especially since Hope was recommitting to Liam. But that was all a big misreading. Daphn's embarrassed she put her passions out there, and this is why she doesn't fall in love. She's going back to Paris. She asks Steffi, "Aren't you furious, however? Seeing her then?" Steffi's not thrilled. Suddenly Deuce appears to pick up Daphne. Steffi needles him and they badinage until he grabs Daphne's wallet. At the Precipice house, Liam pops a lozenge as Finn comes in from his run. Suddenly Liam nearly collapses. Finn rushes over to snare him. "Hey Liam. Easy. Are you all right?" He helps Liam over to the lounge to sit down. Finn asks how frequently this has been passing. Liam admits it's passing more frequently, adding in both frequency and inflexibility. "I suppose I'm getting near." Finn brings Liam some water and asks if he's decided about the treatment yet. Liam ruminates sarcastically. He tells Finn the treatment it's all he's been allowing about, however it's a no-brainer, but he's also seen his mama go through chemo and radiation and it was horrible if it could extend his life. He doesn't know if he can do that to his daughters. "I'm not sure what I'm going to do." Liam thanks Finn, who insists he hasn't done anything. Liam isn't just talking about now, he's talking about what's to come when he's gone. Finn cautions Liam, but he needs to say this. When he's not there to hold their daughters or console them or walk them down the aisle at their marriages, he's counting on Finn and perhaps Carter to be there for them. Finn would be recognized. Liam shakes his hand and they embrace. On the Forrester spurt, Finn checks to see if Daphne needs anything differently before they take off. She asks for further champagne. He says, "My kind of girl," as he pours further. Deeply gobbling, he tells her the aeroplane has no way smelled so good. She thanks him. He counters, "Thank you," before returning to the cockpit. Daphne flashes through her recollections of Carter as her heart breaks. At Carter's garret, he tells Hope she's at the center of his future. She feels the same way. He says she's the woman he's always pictured of. Carter aloud. It was a fantasy that he'd have a woman. Or kitties. He sensations that the woman of his dreams has been in front of him this entire time. Seems like fate to me. Carter expresses his love and his desire to make her happy and fulfilled. Assuming you'll let me. With that, Carter gets on one knee and pulls out a ring box. He opens it to reveal a stunning diamond engagement ring. You're the only woman I want to spend the rest of my life with, so will you make me the happiest man in the world, Hope? Say yes. Say you'll marry me. Hope exhales and looks at him with wonder.